welcome back to Rebuilding Astroworld. This is Swag, and today we are going to get into the park. It's funny to think that we're just getting into the park. But the first thing on the list is this Americana entrance area. The toughest thing to do sometimes is build realistic American-style buildings in this game because the pieces are all themed to general ideas like Egyptian, Roman, castle, and all of that stuff. So the standard American buildings aren't super easy to do, but I think we're going to have some fun attempting to do them using some different techniques here and there. I really want to get this corner and this corner started. I do think once you get the corners done, building the in-between buildings are not as difficult because you're really only building them from kind of two perspectives instead of three or four. So that's going to be the plan today. I don't know how far into this section we're going to get, but we'll just see. So follow along with me and we'll get started. we got two buildings done, or two pieces of the buildings done. We've got this entrance corner building, which, oh my gosh, this is a building style I'm not used to, but I've seen other people use in their other parks, and I really wanted to give it a try. It looks pretty cool. It's a little, super crunchy here or there, but I think as you build more buildings around it, it's not going to look as standout-ish. This corner building, I think, was super simple. Nothing too complex to it. No crazy piece or track usage, but just some simple corner building. And I really like the shape of it. I like this top little circular area as it's a diagonal entrance. And I don't know if this entrance is too tall or not because the perspective's kind of a little weird, but I'll figure that out as I build the rest of these buildings. So let's see how many more buildings we can get done. So I spent quite a lot of time on some of these buildings. This light blue building and this red building are two more on the road. And then I wanted to do a little bit more of the pathing just to see what we've got going on. I don't know if I'm going to do anything decorative in the middle to really break up the pathing a little bit because it is going to be a big swatch of straight path. I do need to figure out what I want to do for these windows. If you guys have any ideas, that'd be a good thing to point out in the comments. It's got to be a piece that's like in the middle of the tile because this is a half tile distance because it's a ride piece. It's not a wall. So like you got wall pieces that are on the edge of the tile, and then you got the track pieces in the middle. So we're gonna have to figure that out. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. You saw me testing a ton of different track options to see if we can make some window looking pieces. Not working out so far, but for now, I like the shape of that building. I messed around with the pathing. I actually kind of like this. Don't even look at this pathing like, oh, they're not going to be able to cross this or that. It's all going to be proxied, which means people will be walking across these details. It's not just like a cross that they can't, and everybody's going to be like avoiding going across these lines. They'll be able to do that. It's just an aesthetic choice. I think from most of these angles, you're not seeing the entire cross section, which is going to be good. We don't want it to look too busy, but what we do want is to break up the just giant block of crazy path, and I think it does a pretty good job. I'll have to do another similar thing over here, and then we'll just see how the pathing ends up looking in the area generally, but I really do like what we're working with here. So that's going to wrap up this episode. I think the next episode, we're going to do our best to try to finish these 3 buildings on this side, and this building in the corner, and then building the foliage where we can, and then a lot of the detail work will come later, like planters, flower pots, anything like that. More signs, more, I don't know, vehicles that are edited to look like something around the area for details. That stuff's going to be later on in the process, so that we can keep making progress. I want to get out of the exit and into some of the rides so that we can start building a theme park and not just a boardwalk with a bunch of buildings. But I'm loving what we got going on right now. I think the proportion of the buildings are fantastic, and I'm excited to keep moving on and making more progress. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave any ideas you've got down in the comments, and I'd love to see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.